What is going on, casually ambitious humans, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this one, we're breaking down my favorite gear of 2025, and we got a lot to talk about as far as what was hot and what flopped in 2025. Now, I got a list of things coming up. It's probably gonna surprise you. A couple old favorites you guys know I've been rocking with for a while, but a couple that I think are gonna surprise you that have made the list. Quick little disclosure, I am not getting paid to say any of this. Now, there are one or two brands that I have worked with in the past / currently do work with. There might be an affiliate link associated with that, but I'm going to tell you if I'm working with them. These are making the list regardless if I work with them or not. These are just my favorite pieces of gear. So if they're on here, I love them. End of story. Let's get back into it. Let's dive in and start with everybody's favorite gift at the holiday season, right? Socks. I currently am rocking the classic Nike socks, but they are definitely not making the list. My number one sock this holiday season is gonna go to the one and only Feetures, baby. Feetures socks. These are the only ones that I have still in the package. I personally do not rock with the ankle height socks unless I'm wearing like sweatpants or something like that. These will probably stay boxed up or I'll give them away. But these are more my speed. I love a crew sock. These are the Elites with some light cushion. A couple reasons why I love Feetures so much. One, as a runner, I'm constantly getting blisters. If I got high mileage, I'm typically associating that with a lot of blisters on my feet. It does not happen with these. Now, I will say I have gotten blisters before because I've run 100 milers with Feetures socks. Anything under kind of that ultra distance, I really don't get any blisters with. Second thing I love about Feetures is they have an anatomical fit, which means there's a left sock for the left foot and a right sock for the right foot. I don't know why, I just love that feature. They fit better, they feel more supportive in my experience, so I tend to go that route. Another thing I love about Feetures socks is they have different levels. These are light cushion. They also have heavier cushion. They're like trail type socks. I love the trail socks. Even for long runs when I'm not going out on the trail, I really, really like the trail socks. Now, the only problem with the trail socks is they tend to absorb more moisture. So they will be drenched by the time if I'm wearing them in the middle of the summer, if I'm doing a long run. So that's one thing to be cautious of, but I love that they have different levels of cushion depending on what you're into. Other sock brands I have tried in the past, Stance, they're pretty good. Nike always makes those traditional, like for black and white socks, like what I have on right now. Can't go wrong with that, but as far as performance is concerned, I always will opt for the Feetures socks. Moving right along, we are going to now get into the accessories, and this is going to be a stylistic accessory. If you're new to the running game, you probably don't have a pair of these. Now, if you've been in the running game for a minute, we all get convinced eventually to put these on, and this is running sunglasses. These are more like windshields once you get up there and start to explore what the options are. They're pretty big, they're a little bit obnoxious, and that's why we love them. In the past, I have gone on Amazon and I have spent like 20 to 30 bucks on cheaper versions of running sunglasses. I've gone with Tifosi, they're fine. I've gone with a couple other brands on Amazon. They're fine, they serve the purpose. But I decided to invest a little bit more into my running sunglasses this year. Boom. The Rokas. So I invested in some Roka Matador Airs this year, and I love them. These things just hit, man. They're light, they're durable. The thing about me, if I like something, I'm gonna get multiple pairs of it. 2 pairs of Matador Airs. That's a cosign to let you know I really do appreciate these. So these are the all matte black Matador Airs. I rotate these back and forth. The Matador Airs, for me, they're light, they're clean, they look good. My wife would probably say that they don't look good. She thinks they're terribly annoying. But I think they serve a great purpose. I'll be honest, most of the Rokas are like $220 plus. Now they do sales, so keep an eye out for those sales. If you ever get an opportunity to snag one on sale, that's what I did with these. Both of these were on sale when I got them. So it helped me justify the purchase a little bit. But if you're in the market and you want to get a higher end sunglass and you're not somebody who loses your sunglasses all the time, definitely look into the Matador Airs this year. Other honorable mention sunglasses, I rocked with the Tifosis for a long time. They're great for an entry-level option if you don't want to spend a bunch or you break your sunglasses or lose them often. Goodr is another pair that I've used this year. They're okay. There's a bunch of other brands out there that I really haven't experimented with that are literally just like straight up windshield status. If you're into that, go for it. Pit Vipers, anything along those lines. Moving right along into the flick of the wrist, we're talking watches. I have a little bit of experience with two of the major brands of watches this year. The first, as you guys can see here, this is the Garmin Epix 2 Pro. I believe that's how it goes. Garmin Epix 2 Pro. I love this watch. Now I spent a pretty penny on this guy. So we'll start way back in the day. I used to rock with this guy, the Apple Watch. This might be the Apple Watch 5. I don't know. It's been a minute since I've used it. Once I decided to get serious about running, I upgraded pretty quickly to a Garmin. So unless you're rocking with like the Apple Watch Ultra or something like that, it's probably not the best option for runners. I upgraded to the Garmin 955 Forerunner, and this was a very, very solid option for me. I rocked with this for like 3 years probably before I upgraded to this one. And the reasons why I upgraded were, one, the screen scratches. It does not scratch on this guy. There's some type of sapphire glass that prevents the screen from scratching, which is one of the things I love about it. Another reason why I upgraded, and this is a little bit of a diva reason, but I like to take my photos of my watch after my run. I know you guys have seen them if you follow me on IG, and this has incredible screen brightness. So even if it's in the middle of the day, I can still boop, snap my photo and you're still able to see it. Whereas with this one, I had a much harder time doing that. And the last thing that really did it for me was the battery life on this thing. I think I charge this about once every 2 weeks or so. It goes for about 10 to 14 days on average, depending on how much activity I'm doing. I'll plug it in once every 2 weeks overnight. I don't get the watch data from it, but that's okay for one night. And then I'm ready to rock for 2 more weeks after that. The battery life on this one was not that good. And the battery life on this one was just atrocious. As a little bit of a curveball, I also got sent the Coros Pace Pro. I believe it's the Pace Pro 3. I tried this for about 2 weeks this year, and I like it. It's a very solid watch. I got this, and I also got the heart rate monitor strap that you put on your arm. I will say I like the heart rate monitor strap on the arm better than the one on the chest. But I did not like the Coros watch as much as I like this watch. And I also forgot to show you guys, this also has a flashlight. Totally unnecessary, but if you find yourself in the middle of the night needing to go to the bathroom, you don't want to turn your light on to wake your wife up, or if maybe your headlamp runs out of light and you have to use this on the trail, another great option. Sneaky little thing that like, you wouldn't buy this for this reason, but it's just a cool thing to have. Now getting back to the Coros, the primary reason I didn't love this watch is, again, getting back to my pictures that I like to take at the end of my runs. This has a problem with that. Something about the OLED screen would kind of flicker as I tried to do that with the camera when it would be really sunny outside. It was totally fine in the shade, didn't give me a problem, but when it was sunny, it would always give me issues and have like a rolling black screen on it that used to give me a lot of trouble. And for me, that's kind of like a non-negotiable. So to struggle with that pretty often kind of ended up leading me to put it down and lead more towards this one. And the last thing I'll say is I've been in the Garmin ecosystem for a long time, and there were a lot of things about it that I love. I sometimes do my Sunday check-ins, which I pull from my Garmin Connect app, which I love. I think if I would have started with this, maybe I would like that more, but that's just not how it's played out. So I gotta give my watch of the year to the Garmin Epix 2 Pro. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, baby. These are the two that I think you guys are gonna be the most interested in. The first thing is running shorts. And I should say running shorts / running tights, because these are kind of in the same category these days. So let me preface this and say, when it comes to running shorts, I wear them probably 10% of my runs, to be honest. My LSKD shorts are my favorite running shorts. True shorts, right? And you can wear these to the gym, you can wear these on the track, whatever. They go across multiple platforms. What we're primarily gonna talk about right here in this segment are running tights, because that's what I wear for 90% of my runs at this point. Especially when it's cold, I'm gonna have some long tights on as long as it's anywhere under 50 degrees, to be honest with you. And this is where I need to let you guys know that I have a relationship with Wallaco. So they are not sponsoring this video. They are not paying me to make this video, but I do work with them. So there are two different types of Wallaco tights that I love. One is the distance full tight, which has the side pocket. It has the other side pocket over here, and it has the pockets in the back. Now, these are not those. These are actually the Fultons, which you would wear under some running shorts. The Wallaco distance full tights, by far my favorite shorts. If I'm running anything seriously, if I'm running a race or I'm running a hard training run, I am wearing my Wallacos because I know exactly where I'm going to keep my gels. I know exactly where I'm going to keep my phone, and I know exactly where all my storage is going to go on those runs if need be. In the wintertime, I'm rocking the long tights. In the summertime, I'm rocking that's inside out, isn't it? In the summertime, I'm rocking the half tights, baby. Same deal. You got your pocket there, and this is kind of what I was talking about, that back cargo pocket. Both back butt cheeks got a little cargo pocket above them where you can store extra gels, you can store trash, you can store headphones, keys, wallet, phone, whatever you want to store back there. These are my go-tos. So quality, first and foremost, is my favorite thing about them. Number two is obviously the storage, because it prevents me from having to wear an extra utility belt if I don't necessarily want to wear a belt on my runs. Number three would be variety, because they have a little something for every season. If you are interested in getting a pair of Wallaco shorts for yourself, use code CHASEPRICE right here. I'll drop it, and it's gonna get you 20% off, okay? Make sure you use that code. You can try them out. If you don't like them, send them back, but I guarantee you're gonna like them, and you're gonna do all your long, hard, important runs in your Wallaco distance half tights. And here we are. This is the one that you guys have been waiting for, my shoe of the year. I had an early favorite for shoe of the year. The title has since been handed over to a different shoe. So let me start with the runner-up. Runner-up for shoe of the year is this bad boy right here, the Brooks Hyperion Max 3s. It's almost perfect, almost perfect. Brooks did send me this. They're not paying me to talk about this or anything beyond that. They just sent me a free pair of shoes. Let me talk about these. Responsiveness is the first word that comes to mind when I put these on. They have a nylon plate in there. It's called a nylon speed vault plate right there, that bad boy, which is gonna give me a little bit of that boosted energy return that we want, but it's not gonna give me the negative benefits like something like a carbon fiber plate. They're gonna be tougher on the legs, and if you run consistent miles on carbon plates, you tend to have some side effects. Those are mitigated by something like a nylon plate. I love the responsiveness of the shoe. They are bouncy, they are fun. The only negative I have is the toe box on these is a little bit small. So they sent me an 11. I'm a size 11. And if I wear these for more than 15 miles, my big toe explodes. So I really should have an 11 and a half in these. I will say that. So not perfect. I would definitely size up if you are considering this pair of shoe. But if you're looking for something that is, I wouldn't necessarily say this is an everyday, but something that has a little bit of pep that you can use on your speed runs. Maybe you want to use it for your long runs as well to go a little bit further and not have that slow, easy mentality, but actually have the, hey, let me hit some tempo, let me hit some strides, let me pick up the pace a little bit here. I think these are the best shoe out in that department right now, in my opinion. And here they are, folks. My shoe of the year. This was a dark horse late in the year that came and snuck up on me, smacked me in the face. But it's got to be these bad boys. And these are the Nike Vomero Pluses. These are everyday shoes, baby. What I love about these shoes, think max stability, but light. They are crazy, crazy light for the stability that they provide. You can see by the thickness here. They are nice and juicy thick down here, but they're so stupid light. It doesn't make any sense. Any experience I have with a max cushion shoe is something like the Brooks Glycerin Maxes, for example. They have this same type of support, but they are clunky as hell. They're just heavier. They don't feel as smooth as something like the Vomero Pluses. A couple other things I love about these. The price point. These are $160. These should be $210, $220 for everything that you're getting, the bang for your buck here, because not only can you take them on your slow, easy runs to give you that extra support and protect the legs, but you can also pick up the pace in these bad boys. I've done speed work in these. I've done tempo work in these. I've done interval stuff in these. They're light enough to where you can continue to push the pace without feeling like you're sinking into the ground like quicksand, with some of these other max cushion shoes. It's the lightness that comes with it that enables you to do that and allows you to do a variety of functionalities across different paces, across different effort levels. And that's why this beautiful guy right here is my shoe of the year, baby. Came out of nowhere, surprised me right before the Chicago prep ended. I got these because I was having some shin issues, and thank God I did, because they kind of saved my prep because I was in a bad way. And that's it. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I'm going to do one of these every single year, end of year, because I really enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys too. If you're looking to gift, consider some of these options. They could be a good fit for you. If you got any questions, drop them below in the comments as always. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.